Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan generator game. This episode is going to be a continuation of the last video because we ran a little bit long for time. So last time we looked at the events, this time around we'll be going through the cat list and doing the patrols. So let's dive into it. Okay, we are diving into the cat list. First up, let's go ahead and check the loyalties. And it seems, guys, that all the cats are very loyal to Mista right now. And I'm going to start doing this even for the kids that are born. Obviously, it makes sense that they would be loyal or disloyal depending on like who their parents are. And then as they grow up, we'll kind of see their loyalties, change, especially as they start interacting with the different cats a bit more. But Poppy Kit, Bright Kit, Plume Kit, obviously they're loyal to their father. So that is really, really adorable. But look at this, guys. Everyone's faith is standing pretty strong in Mista. I was wondering if any of the cats would be shaken out of it. But Mista has obviously been doing a really good job in all the moons we've been away, because ever since we've come back, these cats have consistently believed in Mista and consistently been following him. So that is really, really good. And this also tells me as a result that even if Mista makes kind of an unpopular choice with pairing, the cats will still kind of hold a little bit of reverence towards that. They will still they won't, I think, fight too much against it or speak out against it. Unless they really, really feel like, they just can't and it's just incompatible completely, but they will try. Because they believe in Mista as a prophet as well as a leader. So that's kind of good to see. And now it is time for us to kind of assess the state of the different cats before we kind of announce the vision that Mista had and who the next pairing is going to be. So in terms of the mated cats, we have Lyrebuzz and Slopefleck who are mated to each other, and then Slumberroach and Grey Swipe. That means the single cats that we have are Nectarock, Dark Pounce, Bubbling Gale, and Almond Fur. But obviously, like I've mentioned a few times, the matings have nothing to do with the breedings. So couples could totally be broken up and paired with whichever cat StarClan has kind of guided the prophet towards. But guys, the tomcat that has been chosen for the next breeding in Mista's vision from StarClan is Nectarock, the deputy. And I think all of the other tomcats are letting out a sigh of relief, because Lyrebuzz and Slopefleck, this means that their relationship is not going to be affected. Obviously, Slumberroach and Grey Swipe are still at risk. And then we have Dark Pounce. And I think Almond Fur is so relieved that he doesn't have to participate in this rubbish, because I don't think he believes in this rubbish. And Bubbling Gale, obviously, is glad that the progress he's probably made with Almond Fur at the end of the last episode isn't going to be reversed by a decision that, the prophet is making. So Nectarock. And guys, I actually went back and checked to see what his trait was before he became a senior, and he was actually adventurous. He was one of the cats that always, and I remember saying that he was a good balance to the playfulness of our leader, because he was adventurous. He was the type to kind of go out and explore and get things done. But it seems as though in his old age, he has become insecure. Oh, Nectarock. He's become insecure in his old age, which is so unfortunate and so sad. But it's okay, Nectarock. I wonder if it's the constant failures in his love life have led to him becoming insecure, which is quite sad. But I feel like he's been really doing really good as deputy though. So we'll have to see what this ends up being. Either a problem or a turnaround point. So Nectarock, the female that he has been paired with in the vision from StarClan is Dark Pounce. That's right, Dark Pounce. Now it says here that they're compatible because of the squiggly lines, but from the interactions we saw, I mean, if you've watched Feather Clan in classic mode, you know that sometimes these lines mean nothing. They mean nothing. Because cats with these lines can end up hating each other. Thankfully, there is no hatred between these two cats. But also, from the interactions we saw in events, Nectarok seemed like he didn't want Dark Pounce as, like, she-cat to have a litter with. He wasn't too fond of that idea. If anything, I got the impression that he would have preferred Grayswipe. But that's what StarClan has said. This is what Miss Star has chosen, Nectarok and Dark Pounce. So we'll have to see if they can kind of work it out between them. The thing they have going for them is that since neither of them is the mediator, when Cloudy Snarl kind of recovers, she's going to be able to help mediate between them. So we're going to have to see how the two of them feel about it. The other thing with Poppy Kid, Bright Kid, Plume Kid, like all of the cats here, in order to grow Luminous Clan, I mean, the cats have to breed within, you know, the clan itself. But there's only three cats whose bloodlines must live on. And only 3 cats who kind of have it in themselves to guide, or they have the knowledge to guide lightless cats to and from the exit, right, and in Crystal River. And the memory that all the other cats have, the fact that they can do the same thing and they can remember, it all stems from the prophets being alive, or the prophets' bloodlines being alive. So the good thing about this pairing, like with Mistar and Cloudy Snarl, the fact that they had 3 kids, is that now Mistar's prophetic blood, it flows through all 3 of his kids. So there's like 3 more cats now who also have, you know, that potential to be, they're like the prophet's bloodline, to carry the visions from StarClan. So as long as these 3 kids, like, they're kind of adding to the strength of Luminous Clan and the ability for Luminous Clan to remember where the exit is and where Crystal River is. But for example, if Mistar, Nectarok, Slopeflag, Poppy Kid, Bright Kid, Plume Kid, if they died, then Luminous Clan ceases to exist, because the other cats, none of the other cats are prophets. They were chosen by the prophets, but they're not the prophets. So, you know, now instead of 3 cats, we have 6 cats with the prophetic bloodline, which is really cool. If, for example, we had a pairing between, you know, Slumber Roach and Grayswipe, and they had kids, that would be great for the clan, but their kids would not have the prophetic bloodline. It has to be an offspring of one of the 3 prophets. So, okay, it makes sense that Nectarok, Mistar wants the second prophet to now continue his bloodline. I mean, yes, he has had 3 kids, but he wants to secure the clan even more. Obviously, pairings and breedings, like, you don't just want to confine it to the prophets, because the prophets can't be the only one breeding. We need other cats to breed as well, so that, you know, later down the line, we have more genetic material and everyone doesn't get too closely related. But this is kind of fascinating. So okay, I think, yeah, everyone is very glad. I think everyone except Dark Pounce and Nectarok are actually very happy with their arrangement. We'll have to see if the things between them improve as time goes on, but I feel like everyone else is very happy because they either didn't want to participate in it, they didn't want to ruin their relationships or their love lives or have misunderstandings. So, you know, Nectarok and Dark Pounce as the 2 cats who don't have any strong romantic inclinations, I think probably was the best case scenario about cats being paired and ending up together. So okay, let us now go ahead and take a look at the different cats, and definitely we're going to stop by. Actually, Cloudy Snarl can't work just yet, but we can see how these 2 feel about each other right now. So let's see. You and you. Okay, yeah, we can't actually do work with Cloudy Snarl, but we can take a look and compare feelings. So it seems as though they don't really have strong feelings for one another. I mean, they have been paired, and they kind of, I mean, they are mates now. And maybe they recognize that they would make a healthy pairing for kids, but we don't really know how their feelings kind of run. Even I'm looking at things like dislike on Nectaroc's side. Like, look, that is, you know, it's got quite a bit. It's not enough for me to acknowledge, because I only really acknowledge the feelings when it becomes colored. But yeah, I think we got from the events that he did not want Dark Pounds as a mate. He sees the logic in this, and I think they both acknowledge that for everyone this would have been the best outcome. But I don't know how they're gonna deal with each other. We'll just have to see. But okay. Mr. is happily chasing a butterfly. I think he's, sick right now, but I think he feels so much better now that the kids have been born, like healthy and happy and safe. The vision from StarClan has come. The new couple has been paired up. And actually, I need to go here and I need to prevent kids for him. Geez, if I forgot to do this, that would have been awkward. Prevent kits from her. And then from Nectaroc, I actually need to enable kits for him. And for Dark Pounds, I need to enable kits for her. Okay, there we go. So these two should be able to start trying for kits, you know, as soon as they want. Okay, so Mr., like we said, he's feeling really good. Nectaroc is feeling restless. Oh, Nectaroc. Yeah, he is feeling so restless because now everyone expects them to be the next pair, to have kits, and the pairing makes sense. It was the best outcome possible, given the situation that everyone's in. But also, Nectaroc did not want to have kids. I think he didn't. Out of everyone, he would have preferred. He doesn't hate Dark Pounds or anything, but he would have preferred, you know, Grey Swipe. So I think he's a bit unsure about how this is going to work. He sees the logic in it, but he's unsure about how this is going to work. Maybe he doesn't know how to, you know, suddenly change his opinion of Dark Pounds, or to like kind of reconfigure his thought process, so he's a little bit unsure. Okay, Lyrebuzz enjoys the warmth of New Leaf. Heck, no doubt he's enjoying the warmth. He's probably feeling like, life is still good, nothing to worry about, and plus, it took so long for the first pair to have kids. The couples essentially, as long as Nectaroc and Dark Pounds are trying for kids, all the couples are safe. Like, nobody really has to worry about anything. So he is like feeling so relaxed and so good, you know, and so stuffed. So I'm glad for you. Now, Cloudy Snob prepared the perfect gift for a friend, which is really cute. Now, who is her closest friend? Grey Swipe. I think she probably wants to, as a like sigh of relief, congratulate Grey Swipe that she wasn't in one of the visions, and that her kind of love with Slumber Roach is safe, because I think it would have really broken Cloudy Snarl's heart to see her friend, who, you know, is in love with her mate, and vice versa, to have that kind of broken up. Especially because, hold on a second, with these two, Mista and Cloudy Snarl, so, you know, he still is not in love with Cloudy Snarl. She's given him 3 kids, but he's still not in love with Cloudy Snarl. And as for her, how does she feel? I mean, he views her as family and a good mate, but he's not in love with her. And she likewise is not in love with Mista. Again, and she doesn't even treat him like family. I think she just reveres him as a leader and prophet, and she feels honored that she got to have his kids, but that's kind of it, you know? And the other thing that's kind of interesting to note, it seems as though Poppy Kit is her favorite child. Well, I don't know if favorite is the right word. Maybe the child that she's closest to is Poppy Kit, which makes sense because Poppy Kit was sticking really close to her mother and snuggling up to her and wanting her attention, whereas the others, one's kind of shy and one is too busy making trouble everywhere else. And then so Poppy Kit for her, and then for Mista, he seems to be closest to Poppy Kit as well. So Poppy Kit, the attention seeker, is the one who seems to be getting the most attention from her parents, which is interesting to note. Okay. So, Nectaroc, right, I think Cloudy Snow we just did. Dark Pounds is eavesdropping on Almond Fur. I mean, she was the one who, one, thinks Almond Fur is unhinged, and two, had a disagreement, like an actual fight with Almond Fur about religion. And about, you know, her believing in StarClan and the prophets and their visions, and Almond Fur not believing. And she's gotten paired up with the deputy. She's been given this kind of important job now, and I think she's gonna try her best to do it as reverently as possible because she does believe in all of this. And, you know, I imagine she and Cloudy Snot talking to each other probably feel as though, you know, regardless of their feelings, it's kind of a big deal to be paired up with one of the prophets. They could have been paired up with not one of the prophets. So I think as one of the cats who's probably more devout, she's going to try her best to kind of uphold this relationship. But, you know, if they feel like it absolutely is not working, will not work, they cannot stand each other or do it, then something else will have to be made. StarClan will probably send another vision to Mistar about, you know, an alternate pairing that might work better. But for now, they're going to try their best not to let down StarClan. I imagine these cats probably have a bit of a superstition where, you know, if, because Mistar is not going to force the cats to stay together for the sake of kids, but it's like this is the hint he's gotten from his visions about what might produce an important pairing for the future of Luminous Clan. So I imagine there'd be a bit of a superstition in the clan where, for example, if two cats are paired together but they end up breaking up before having kids, that, you know, some calamity or something is going to happen to the clan or come for the clan because they kind of let down StarClan's vision. So if they are paired, they'll probably try very hard to make it work before deciding to give it up. So it's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. Okay, yeah, so she is eavesdropping on Almond Fur, maybe to see if he's like saying anything or making any comments about the fact that she's chosen for this vision. Okay, Slowflick is sharpening his claws, probably, you know, so that he can go out and do his hunting, because the clan's growing quite suddenly. The clan is growing, so they need to have more food to feed everyone. I mean, especially with the 3 kids they have now, and the potential for more kids in the future. Slumber Roach refuses to take training seriously. Oh, I think Slumber Roach just wants to have fun with his mate right now. He's probably so relieved that neither of them got chosen. You know, I mean, the 2 of them could have been chosen, but there's a higher chance they could have broken up. So I think he's just so glad. He doesn't want to think about training. He doesn't want to think about work. He just wants to enjoy his time with her, which is sweet. Bubbling Gale had a nice chat with a kitty pet. Now, we have a few kitty pets, actually, outside the clan. We have a few. So I wonder which kitty pet it was that he came into contact with. Is Coldfleck? No, he's not a kitty pet. We do have a kitty pet, though. Hold on, we were with what? Bubbling Gale? Actually, you know, the easiest way to tell is to see who has ornaments. That's probably the easiest way to tell. Except Raincliff was a kitty pet in the past, but he doesn't have any ornaments. Let's go through and... What's this? Oh, these are relationship logs. Relationship logs? Hold on a second. I never knew about this. Guys. I need to check that out because I actually don't know what that is. Okay, Uriel is a former kitty pet. Was she one of the cats, I think, who had kits? I think so. Okay, so he was talking to Uriel. I wonder what he was talking about. Maybe we haven't actually checked up on Lightless Clan. But okay, it seems as though Lightless Clan has grown a little bit. Now, if I remember well, I think Uriel had kits. She had 2 kits. That's right. So Hawthorn Glow and Pale Pool have grown up. And again, this is genetic pool for the future, potentially for when we can no longer breed within the clan anymore, like everyone is cousins or too related and we just cannot breed, then we go ahead and we start bringing in cats from Lightless clan to, have more genetic material. But until that point, yes, these cats within themselves have to try and keep going as long as possible with the blood they have here. But that's kind of interesting. Okay, Bubbling Gale. Maybe you are getting an update onto what's happening among the Lightless cats under the mountain. Gracewave is looking forward to finding more prey as the snow melts. Yep, she's feeling very enthusiastic, unlike Slumberroach, to go do her hunting and help out with the clan. Almondfur thinks Nectarrock is doing poorly as a deputy. Almondfur, you know what? This makes sense because Almondfur doesn't believe in this prophetic nonsense. He had a argument with... there was a point when he started falling in love with Slowfleck that he started believing in prophets and everything. But I think as soon as he got rejected by Slowfleck, and Slowfleck ended up with someone else, he became obsessed. I think he reverted. He went back to not believing in prophetic nonsense. It's almost like a bitterness in him. But anyways, he fought with Dark Pounce. And then Dark Pounce ends up getting paired or chosen in, the prophetic vision alongside Nectarrock. So I can see how Almondfur would then have a poor kind of opinion of Nectarrock, because Nectarrock is the second prophet, and maybe Almondfur would think that, the prophets are like manipulating information amongst themselves, and they're kind of leading all the cats in this as kind of false goose chase and messing with their lives and all these kind of things. So I can see how he feels as though by accepting this, by going along with it, Nectarrock is not being a good deputy because he's putting more emphasis on his responsibility as prophet, or his title as prophet. So yeah, okay. So we had some fascinating things going on there. And then Poppy Kit snuggles up to the belly of Cloudy Snarl. Oh, you adorable little thing. Bright Kit is also snuggling, and so is Plume Kit. So these three are currently together in the nest with their mother, of course. I can't wait to see how they look as kids in the next episode. Like, once, and how their eyes look, like, once their eyes open up and everything. It's gonna be so cute. Like, Poppy has sage eyes, Bright Kit has silver eyes, and Plume Kit has yellow eyes. So I'm excited to see how that's gonna look against their pelts. But okay, we have wrapped up the cat list, and we have wrapped up all of this. I do want to head into patrols. But guys, here's the thing. It is going to take, it's again, we have so much that we're covering and discussing that these episodes are running very long. We're already over 50 minutes. So what I might have to do actually is do the events in one video, and then I might have to separate cat list and patrols into a separate video. Anyways, I'm gonna cut the recording here, and when we come back, we're continuing with patrols. It is time for us to dive into patrols. Now, how many cats do we have? Okay, so we are gonna have one of the cats go out on patrol on their own. Hopefully everyone's careful, but ouch, we'll send out Larabuzz first. I kind of just nicked myself in the face with my nail. Anyways, currently we have 105.4 prey, only 28 needed. Has that increased? Were we at 26 before? I think we were at 28 still. So I don't think the kids will need too much food until maybe next moon, when they're a bit older. They'll start eating, I imagine. So okay, Larabuzz, let's see what happens. As the poppy starts to bloom and set seed in new leaf, Larabuzz jumps at the opportunity. That's cute because we have an attention-seeking puppy kit, so this is adorable. Proceed. These plants will be dead in leafful while the clan won't stop needing painkillers in the colder season, so there's no time to waste. Larabuzz goes out and brings back a decent harvest. Okay, so this was quite successful over there, and now it is time to see what our restless deputy has decided for patrols, because one of these cats are going to be heading out on their own. So the first patrol of 6 is going to be, okay, Mist Star, Slumber Roach, Almond Fur, Nectar Rock, Bubbling Gill, and Slope Fleck. All the boys. The boys are out together, and our only she-cat has been sent, or is going to be sent, on her own. So hopefully, you know, she's okay. But let's send our 6 out and see what they get up to. Hopefully they bring back a lot of food. Oh no. The patrol comes across a thunder path running through the mountains. You know what? I mean, Midstar is the patrol leader. Our skills are mediating, law-keeping, storytelling, swimming, caretaking, and our traits are playful, childish, cold, insecure, compassionate, and loving. Now, Bubbling Gale has been through this on his own, and he knew what to do, so maybe he'll guide the cats well. And he was very careful. He thankfully survived. He was on his own when he did this. He went across the thunder path. Nothing happened to him. He got prey and came back. Hopefully he'll be able to guide the other cats. I'm also a bit more worried, given that they're, like, this is a bigger patrol. It might take them more time crossing and someone might get hit. Fingers crossed everything's okay. Let us proceed. Nectar Rock is patient enough to wait until the thunder path is completely clear, then trots across to hunt on the other side. The mountains have so few monsters passing through anyway, there's no need to be hasty. Okay, nice. A medium amount of prey is brought to camp, and Nectar Rock, I think, proved himself as deputy, because even though Mistar was the patrol leader and Bubbling Gill was the one who's kind of been through this before, Nectar Rock is the one who took the risk to go out and hunt. So I think maybe that would kind of improve his standing among the other people even more so. So that's really good. And finally, we have Grace Wipe going out on her own. She has a bit less pressure hunting because the first patrol already got quite a bit of food. But let's go and see. Grace Wipe tracks the scent of a large dog along the edge of the clan's territory. Okay, hold on. Kitty Cat is on her own over here. This is no Thunderpath. This is a big dog that bites back. Her skills are law keeping and running, guys. Her skill, she has running as one of her skills. But then she's also righteous. I don't know. Is she gonna go and confront the dog and try her best to keep it out of the territory? Or is she gonna run for her life? I mean, there is no choice but to proceed. She has to go ahead and do her patrol. I mean, to be honest, I never click do not proceed. Regardless of what this says, I never. Because what's the excitement in that? But also, I mean, the cats have a responsibility. They have to go out on patrol. Let's proceed. Okay. Grace Wipe would give their life to protect Luminous Clan. I flippin' knew it. Because of a righteous trait. And as she charges past the huge dog to lead it far, far from Luminous Clan, she accepts it. Fear gives her speed, but it only takes one successful hit. Miraculously, she flies out of the dog's jaws while it shakes her, landing safely. Grace Wipe is injured, desperate, and terrified. But she's alive. Grace Wipe! She has a torn pelt, guys. She has a torn pelt. Oh my goodness, she has a torn pelt. Where are you? Where are you, Grace Wipe? Hold on a second. Where's the medicine cat den? Where is she? Grace Wipe. Okay, she's injured. She has a torn pelt, but she hasn't curled up just yet, guys. I wonder if she's gonna get a scar from this. I don't know. I wonder if she's gonna get a scar. Ah, poor Grace Wipe. I knew it, guys. She was not gonna kind of step back. I mean, this clan, you know, we just had 3 kits born, and we have 2 cats that are kind of down. There is no way that Grace Wipe is going to let Luminous Clan be vulnerable to a wandering dog and let the dog kind of wander in through the exit. No. We have lives at stake over here. Okay, so she actually did a really amazing job. I'm actually so proud of her. That yes, even though she's good at running and she could have run, she chose not to initially. She chose to go ahead and do her best on her own and lead the dog away. But okay, guys, with that said and done, I'm gonna leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. When we come back next time, we are gonna be seeing our newborns become little kittens that are 1 moon old. Their eyes will open up and we'll see how cute they all look. But okay guys, with that said and done, I'm gonna leave off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.